The environmental benefits of switching to hemp-based paper and packaging products is enormous. On this episode, we'll be speaking with Shailesh Ganeriwala, the founder and CEO of OG Hemp. I'm Jeremy Ladner, and this is What's New. Shailesh, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
The pleasure is all mine, Jeremy. Thank you so much for having me.
Happy to have you. So let's start off by telling everyone a little about your background, what made you decide to start OG Hemp, and perhaps then we'll move on to some of the products and services.
So basically, I am from a business background. For the last 14 years, I have been involved in many of the businesses, and I was into manufacturing. Then I moved on to hospitality. And then recently I started off with this business 2 years back. Okay. Hemp is a wonderful crop, in fact.
Okay, so prior to this, you were saying that you did a little bit of work in the hospitality industry. What was the crossover like? What was sort of the catalyst rather that moved you from hospitality to hemp?
See, in hospitality sector, it's a great industry over here, but if you can change the masses, because there have been, after the recent development in the pollution thing and everything, there was a huge thing that needs to be done in India itself by going to the normal people and understanding how the socio and economic structure can be changed. So this thought and everything put me to a new, altogether different new thought that from agriculture we can come out onto a hemp plant that can really do wonders and change the future of the world, maybe, in fact.
Right. I mean, there's no doubt that the potential environmental impact that hemp can have is enormous. Tell us a little bit about OG Hemp and the products. We understand it's paper products, it's packaging. What would you say OG Hemp's specialty is right now?
Right. So first of all, basically we make papers out of hemp. These are handmade hemp papers. We tried out on a handmade we make it from the artisans that we believe have the skill to make all these papers by hand. And these are 200-old tradition which has been going on in India. So all these people make papers from hemp, which is again have enormous benefits. So we have tried our papers on packagings, on stationery, on art and crafts, and we are starting off with hemp packagings, hemp stationery, hemp art and crafts, and along with a B2B company who are delivering hemp papers throughout all over the world.
Okay, so we've heard a lot about the strength and durability of hemp in regards to clothing, to linens, to fabrics, and of course in paper products as well. Would you say that's a big factor in some of the customers that come to you that are looking for packaging that not only are there environmental benefits to hemp, but strength and durability has got to be a consideration for some of your customers?
Definitely, Jeremy. The hemp has to be known as the strongest natural fiber found on earth. So the things and the products which come out of with the hemp are much more durable, much more stronger. Just like if you can take an example of our paper, it is 8 times durable than the normal wood paper. And it has archival qualities that will last for years and years.
Right. And when you mention archival qualities, you're talking about the fact that it doesn't yellow as quickly.
It does not yellow, with the lignin percentage is very low in these papers. So there is no yellowness that comes throughout with age. These papers are a tree-free alternative that can take us to a sustainable world. We can make these papers on a commercial level by not cutting trees. This can be a very big thing that can solve the deforestation problem, climate problem, somehow related, if we shift ourselves towards the hemp, because hemp has such a growing prospects.
Right. I mean, from what I've heard and speaking with so many people in the hemp and cannabis industry lately, is that in addition to the strength, There's also, it requires a lot less space to grow, a lot less time to grow, a lot less water to grow, pesticides, a lot less there. Across the board, it seems to be like an almost obvious alternative. What has been the reaction from the Indian government towards the hemp industry and the growth of the hemp industry in India? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Jeremy. Actually, 2 years back when we entered into this industry, we contacted a lot of government officials also. We are in contact with them to legalize this crop. But due to some good efforts with many companies in the industry already operating in India, we got it legalized in Uttarakhand recently. Uttarakhand as a state has legalized this crop and has known the wonders which it can do. So there are other Indian entities also. There is a quite revolution going on. I am sure with each the efforts and help of everyone, we can make this legally grown and fetched throughout India so that the farmers, the artisans can get much benefits. Along with the socio thing, we can get a proper economical balance also.
That sounds like fantastic news, and what a great thing for India, of course, and for the planet to have this change in countries where the population density is so incredibly high. The ability to grow a crop that is sustainable, to have a positive impact environmentally, and to bring jobs. It's a win-win-win across the board. That's great news, and we wish you the best of luck. Can you tell us a little bit about the future? Where do you see the future, let's say the next 5 to 10 years, for the hemp industry in India and perhaps globally?
First of all, thank you so much, Jeremy, for your good wishes. I In the hemp industry, basically, see, we started off with papers as of now because we actually saw that papers can change the paper industry itself. We need the change to be happening at the root level. So if we give these papers and if we try to make packagings, we might create stationery and other things out of these papers, we can change, show the government and itself, the people itself, that we can have found a sustainable alternative. And we need to shift ourselves from the resources, the limited resources which we have, to the hemp, which is a natural grower, which has so many benefits. And along with it, the future, what I see, that we are entering the hemp clothing line, you can tell me, cosmetics and other things, but that is in due course of time. We want hemp to be locally grown and available to the normal public. If my paper is mass used by a normal person as a whole, so then it will be a goodwill journey and maybe a fulfilling journey as an entrepreneur also, so that I can have achieved this thing, so that my paper is used by the mass people in India with the common target to save trees. And the future looks bright and excellent.
It's certainly the potential is enormous, and looking at your Facebook page right now, there's a ton of great information on there for anyone who'd like to learn more. I encourage them to please go to your Facebook page. Actually, I think LinkedIn as well. You guys have done a great job with your posts and keeping them incredibly informative. LinkedIn /company/OG Hemp is a great way to find you. All of those addresses are along the bottom of the screen for anyone who'd like to learn more. Before we say goodbye, what would you say is the one product that you've mastered so far, perhaps the best seller for OG Hemp? What would you guys say is your most famous product?
So if you'll talk about the famous product, there are many in the packaging things or the stationery things, but I would like to point out a small bag. Maybe we have made out a bag, small carry bags, yeah, like that. This is like these carry bags which we have made out of hemp paper. These bags are much more durable. They can, no tree was cut to make this paper. All these things were made by hand artisans and everything. We did not use any enzymes or maybe chemicals. Acid, it's 100% acid free. So all these things, if we start using these products, maybe the big companies needs to realize the potential people that are the people who can bring out the change in the country. in the mindsets of the people that we need to shift now. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for our children to survive. So with that thing, these hemp bags can be a lot, bring out a change, and is our superhero product of the current month or so.
Excellent. Okay, Shailesh, thank you so much for being on the show. We certainly appreciate your expertise and your knowledge, and thank you for sharing that with us. We're looking forward to speaking with you again.
The pleasure is all mine. In fact, we will try to educate as many people over here also with the benefits and everything what hemp can, and everything what hemp can create wonders. We need to share it to as many people as possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
And thanks to all of you for watching. If you enjoy the show, please let us know. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified about all of our shows. As well, we'd love to hear what your comments are. Let us know down in the comment section down below. Until next time, I'm Jeremy Ladner, and this is What's New.